Good
chug,
night.
chuggity chug.
Alright guys, so I went along last week. I posted the fact that I was going to go ahead and make that mead with that crystallized honey, which I'm going to go ahead and show you some footage from that right now. Alright, here's the crystallized honey from last week. I'm going along and I'm warming it up. The way I'm doing it is I'm using a aquarium heater, put it about 85 degrees. So this water is going to heat up to 85 degrees, and through conduction heat it's going to warm up this honey, which will be, you know, good to go. 85 degrees. I mean, this is crystallized at 73, so you can imagine how much sugar's in it. But that's what's going on right now. Once this is gone along and warmed up enough to the point it liquefies, I'm going to go ahead and start turning it into mead. Alright guys, so yeah, I continued on with the mead. I went ahead and took it out of the bucket, which had the aqua element in it, the aqua heater, the aquarium heater, that's the word I'm looking for. And I got it to the point where it was soft, but it wasn't liquidy. And it was still hard to get out of the bottle. I had to squeeze on it, do a bunch of stuff, and it was still just rock solid in there. So finally what I did was I set the oven at the lowest temperature of 170 degrees. Went along, put a little water in a pan, and stuck them in there and let them sit for about an hour before they loosened up a little bit. And they're still rock hard. I mean, a little bit of liquid came out, but there was still the massive substance in the center. So what I did was I heated up some water in the microwave, poured it in there, and then started breaking it up little by little. And I'm finally down at the last jug. Finally got it liquefied. So this is the last of it. I put it in there. It's a struggle. And also, if you look in this bucket, you can see wherever it touched where it was cold, it hardened back up again. Just rock hard. Just wherever it touched. So, oh, sweet. It can taste like, it feels like you just get an instant cavity put in your mouth. But anyway, yeah, that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to go ahead and mix it up, get it to the hydrometer reading I want to do, and then I'll get back with you. Alright, so, you know, now that I've gone along and done all that stuff, you know, I'm at the ending point, and here it is. The next thing to do is, of course, give it its canned tablets, let it sit for 24 hours before, you know, I add anything else. But that's when I'm going to start its staggered feeding, which if you watch my last video, you'll know, you know, in 8 days I'm going to feed it, you know, 4 times, and, you know, mix it up 3 times a day, all that good stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much what's going on here. Got it all done. I'm going to be bottling some wine here real quick. I got my mixed berry getting ready to go, so I'll be bottling it real soon. But yeah, everything's been going pretty good for me. I got everything together, so I'm happy I'm able to get another video on YouTube. Also, I'd like to give a shout out to Oram Wines. You know, I made wine here and there, and then I got serious about it, and I never really thought about making YouTube channels until I seen his and seen how he was doing it, and I thought, you know, hey, I could do this. You know, he made it real simple, easy to follow instructions, and you know, I like the way he set everything up, and I kind of rolled with it ever since. So, you know, shout out to you. Keep doing what you do. Also, another shout out is Design2brew. That's the brewery out here in O'Fallon, Missouri, that I go when I pick my equipment up from now and, you know, get my stuff. And luckily, at this place, if you live around Missouri and you're thinking about doing this, they've got just about, you know, they've got 50 different grains, 75 different grains on hand in bins. I mean, if you haven't made beer before and you want to learn how to make beer, you can go to these guys and they'll make a batch with you, so you can go along and, you know, see how the process all goes along. And then they have their beer on tap you can try. And also, they've got the biggest selection in the United States, by what I understand, of honey for mead makers. So if you're interested in making mead and you're in that area, that's the place to go, because I'm telling you, they've got at least, you know, 30 different types of honey there that you can go along and pick from. So I've got no complaints. It's a nice set-up store. You get a chance, check them out. Alright, that's all I got for this week. If you keep viewing, I'll keep brewing. Cheers.
He's drunk as fuck.